So what do you like best about this home?
I like the joy and pure happiness that it's brought to my wife and daughters. Honestly, you come home and you're in an environment that you created yourself, and you just can't help but be happy.
How about you, Allison?
I think what I like is that we each have our own space in this house, but we have a lot of common places where we come together as a family. I love the high ceilings and lots of windows, so we get lots of natural light throughout the day. And I love the feel of going from the front room into the kitchen, out to the outdoors, into the outdoor patio, and that it all flows really nicely together.
So what about some of the special features in the home? What stands out to you?
Well, I think the first thing everybody notices is the double-sided fish tank as you walk in the front door or sit in the dining room and see. It's pretty unique, it's beautiful, and it's the first thing everybody comments on.
I would say the vaulted ceilings, and I'd love to say the beautiful chandelier above my head. It's one of my favorite things of the house. And I also love my 2 wood-burning fireplaces. I really enjoy sitting in front of a nice crackling fire, and we have 2 places to do that in this home.
You both suffer from allergies. What about other aspects of the home, health-wise?
You gotta ask, don't ask me, you gotta cut this part out, because I don't know what Tim has done with the furnace or the
Well,
air
I think maybe
filtration
just
system
saying
and
that we're a green.
It's a built green platinum home, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So-
you could say the materials were locally sourced.
Yeah, so you could say
All right, so what was your question
one
again?
of the other things that's unique.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Just say one.
So, and the other thing we talked about is the in-floor heating
Yeah.
is, there's no forced air in this house.
Right.
Right.
So
Okay.
it's actually very healthy air quality. If you could say something about the operating costs, I know you've only been in here a little while, but I bet for a home this size, they're
Well,
actually not that
so
expensive.
You,
So
you
I
have,
can-
you
I
have
can
to move
discuss.
to your left. You keep getting in that camera's way.
All right, go ahead. Some of the special
One of the
features
other-
of the home.
One of the other special features of the home that we were very proud of when we started to design this was that it was built to the platinum level of the green homes standard. So we've got a lot of naturally sourced products within the house to help keep the emissions and whatnot down. We've got I don't know, what else did you say?
In-floor heating.
We got the in-floor radiant heating, so we don't have any forced air. We don't have vents all over the place spewing dusty, dirty air everywhere, which really helps with the allergies. We've got all natural floors. We have no carpet really in the entire house, so it helps keep that dust down.
And what about the cost to run the house?
Well, it's fantastic. I mean, we've got a house of this size, and our first gas bill was $47. So it's fantastic, and the electrical bill with all of the LED lights and everything else was a lot more reasonable than I thought it would be. I was a little bit nervous to get that first email from BC Hydro, but it was very affordable.
You guys like to have parties and entertain, right?
We do like our parties.
So what are the aspects of the house that help you do that?
Well, I think having the bar where we've decided to put it in the house has made the kitchen parties become less and less, which we've grown up now. We like to have the parties in the front room. Also, the flow of the house you wanting that to stop.
Doesn't matter.
The flow of the house from the front room, dining room, into the kitchen to the outdoor patio, it was designed for the flow of having large groups of people here. And we had a housewarming at the beginning of December. We had about 75 people here, and nobody felt crowded. It worked really well.
And the outdoor kitchen, did you use that?
We have, yeah, that's my department. I love to barbecue, and it worked out really well. We've got the old-fashioned charcoal barbecue, as well as a gas barbecue and a pizza oven out there, so I can go out there and play for hours.
What's the pizza oven about? Is that your...
That's just something that's been in our family for years. Cooking pizza is something that my family has done forever, and we just enjoy to do it with the kids, and all kids like pizza, so they love to have pizza parties, and why buy it if you can make it and have some fun?
You don't want to talk about
No.
your dad? Okay.
So what do the girls like best about this place?
They each have their own bathroom. That is the major thing. I think they love having the loft, having their beds upstairs is a lot of fun for them. They love having the recreation area downstairs where they've got their ping pong table. They love the theater. Soon we're going to have the trampoline outside in the backyard again once it warms up. And I think they like having their own space too, being they're teenage girls now, and they can close themselves off from mom and dad for a little while. So they are really enjoying the home.
What about mom and dad? Do they like being separate from the kids every now and then?
Oh yeah. I think it works two ways.
And Blane, you got your own office.
I have my own space. Having 3 ladies in the house with the teenage girls, it's sometimes nice for Dad to have a little place to escape to and have a scotch and cigar.
Have they had any parties yet?
No.
The girls?
Yeah.
Girls are going to have a party tomorrow night, as a matter of fact, for our
13th
daughter's
birthday.
13th birthday. So
How many people are coming for that?
Oh, it's just a small gathering of her friends, yeah.
Small gathering,
Yeah.
150 people. Uninvited.
No,
You're not going out for the evening?
No.
not yet.
No.
But she's the one that will have one of those parties
Yes.
one
Yeah.
day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Have you had any comments from people driving by about the place, or
Non-stop comments from
Yeah.
people driving by, people that we don't know. We came home one night during the holiday season, and there was a box of chocolates and a card at our front door from somebody that lived down the road that we had never met, who said they were watching the house be built for the last 2 years, and just wanted us to know how happy they are with the outcome of it and how beautiful it looks, and that they enjoy walking by at night and seeing the big chandelier. And they just wanted us to know that they appreciated the beauty of the home. And this is people we'd never met, still haven't met them.
you've got your own neighborhood stalker?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was,
Yeah.
so it's pretty nice, and we constantly have people driving by and slowing down and stop to look, especially with all the windows that we have at the front of the house. People can see in, and so at nighttime they really enjoy that with the lights. They get a chance to have a good look. So
And it's a nice view from this side as well.
Yeah, it
right?
sure
You
Yeah.
can see over the
Yeah.
harbor and-
yeah, it's beautiful to look
Yacht
out
club.
over at the yacht club.
I think also with the idea that I wanted a West Coast modern home, we've had people comment how beautiful the house fits in the neighborhood. We're at a pretty prominent corner in the uplands here, and it really does fit well into its environment.
That's great. So now we'll just talk about the building process and your experience there. So what do you think is the most important quality in a builder?
Well, I think that you can talk to them, be blunt with them, be honest with them, and they the same with you. It's almost like you're adding another person to your family for a period of time, because they get to know us pretty well. And you have to be able to banter back and forth and be comfortable with them.
Mhm.
Yeah, you have to be honest. You have to be able to be honest with them, and that's what we found. You know, we didn't hire somebody to be a yes man.
No.
We hired somebody for their expertise, and we were very fortunate that we met Tim because he was very honest and blunt with us throughout the whole process, even when he probably didn't want to be, but we forced his hand, and he was very good at it. He made us understand the process all the way along, and if there was a problem or we perceived there was a problem, he explained to us what was going on and made sure that we understood everything, and it worked very well.
A lot of people believe that options are important when you face inevitable hurdles in the building process. Did you find that was helpful to Tim present you with sort of paths that you could take?
Yeah, there was always more than one option, which was great. And the nice thing was, he came to the meetings with the options already, not with one and then saying, I'll go find others. He already came with the options and was very good at letting us know what he thought was the best option, but still allowing us to make our own decision.
I think also Tim was very good about if we ever came across something that was a bit of a hurdle. He was very good about, you know, working us through different options that we had to make sure that we made the best decision to go forth with different things that might have happened along the journey, because there are hiccups along the way, many of them sometimes. And he was fantastic on walking us through those and making sure that the decisions at the end of the day we felt very comfortable with. So,
what about other staff at Horizon? What was your experience like?
We had a great experience with the Horizon staff and their sub-trades. I think we were very lucky with the people that Horizon brought from their own staff to the sub-trades. These guys were all very friendly. We got to know a lot of them on a first-name basis because they were around for a while, and so were we. And they were all very gracious and willing to help out with other things when we showed up. If Allison had a case of tiles or whatnot that she wanted to have a look at in the house to see if it was what she wanted, the boys were always there and offering to carry it, and they were just good people that did a good job.
yeah.
How did you choose the builder? Did you go through a process of shortlisting builders and doing research, or what was that like?
Yeah, I went and we met with several different people and had discussions with them, but mostly spoke with friends who had built.
Can I just stop you? Can you say the process we went through when we chose the
Sure.
builder, just to set it up?
The process that we went through when we were choosing a builder was really pretty simple. We spoke mostly to people that we had known that had built homes before, and then we interviewed the people that they had recommended. And in the case of Horizon, we were actually recommended them by our architect. And out of all of the different builders that we met, we felt that Horizon was the best fit for us. He understood Allison and I the best, and what we were looking for, not just in a home, but in the whole experience of building the house.
Any thoughts?
No, I think Blaine's covered it very well.
Just a really good fit. You
Yeah.
felt
We felt comfortable with Tim the first time we met him, and he didn't try to sugarcoat anything and tell you that he didn't bullshit you. Pardon me, I shouldn't say that, but you know what, let's rephrase that. I mean, we were lucky when we met with Tim the first time and he looked at the design that we had. He thought about what he was looking at and what he could bring to the table for us, and he was the first person to tell us how beautiful it was, but also say, could I make a suggestion? And that was very valuable, that before we got to the building stage, Tim was already looking down the road at what would be better in this house for us, or what changes we could make that would make it more affordable to build, and that was really, really valuable.
What was the high point of emotionally in the building process for you?
Moving in.
It was a long 18 months?
It was
2 years?
it's definitely a process, yes. We were out of our home for 20 months. I was here just about every day, checking on things, and it was amazing to watch it progress from, an open piece of dirt and a big hole to this amazing building that we have to live in now. And I think I've lost my train of thought, sorry. Went away.
What was the high point?
Oh, the high point.
Moving in.
Yes, moving in.
What about the low point? What was the toughest?
Oh, definitely some of the budget meetings. We're the hardest part, and I think you get very impatient when you're building a home as well. You get the framing gets completed, and there's a few months there where you would come in and it doesn't really look like anything's been done, but that's because you're not looking at the thousands and thousands of feet of wire that the electricians have installed, or the duct work that's been done. That takes a lot of time by these guys. So, there'd be days that you would come in and go, what have these guys done? But in reality, the electricians were really busy, but you just don't see that sense of something was done that day. You don't get that instant gratification like you do when you mow the lawn. Grass was tall, now it's short. That happens overnight. Building a home doesn't happen, in a day. So I think that was one of the tougher parts for me.
Those budget meetings you mentioned, they're difficult conversations, I imagine, because you have to compromise and realize that maybe the budget is moving, or?
I think the difficult part of the budget meetings was more along the lines of trying to, you just don't understand when you're not building homes every day the costs as you're going. At the end result, the number was what Tim had said it would be, but as you're building the house, going through the various stages, you're looking at the budget going, geez, we're going to run out of money, but you get to the end and you're pretty close. Tim had the numbers down fairly well, even though there was changes as we went on with some of the finishings, but that was our choices to make. So it's just, that's a difficult thing, is budgeting when you're building something like this, and I've got beer taste and she's got champagne taste. Or what is it? I've got the beer budget and she's got the champagne taste.
Yes, something like that.
I'm Scottish.
I think some of the low points, or one of the low points for me, was there were times when what was on paper didn't necessarily jive when it came to building it. And there were some areas where the architect, what his vision was, didn't turn out to be maybe what my vision was or what our vision was. And Tim was very good about helping us work through those and coming up with what we wanted, because this is our home. And I really appreciated his help working through those, because there were some difficult times in doing that. Eloisa? She went back out.
Looking back, if there was one piece of advice you could give to someone contemplating a custom home build, what would it be?
I would say get your builder involved early in the design phase of the house. because he will save you money, no questions asked.
Can you give me an example?
Well, I wish that we would have got Tim involved much earlier, so as that he would have had a longer period, excuse me, let me rephrase that. I wish we would have got Horizon involved earlier, so as that they would have had time to look at the construction drawings for an extended period of time and really think about them. Because there's certain things that, you know, architects think everything's possible, and it is, but it costs a great deal of money. And Horizon can look at those plans and go, you know, if we made these changes, it can save you money, but it doesn't change the integrity of your home. And it also allows I think the builder to get more familiar with you and what you want before they start building your home. And it's just, the get them involved early, it will save you money and save you heartache.
Any thoughts?
I think for me, being able to talk and be very frank with your builder is really important. And I felt that way with Tim right away. I didn't feel that so much when the house was being designed, and
Yeah, I don't think you want to be saying
no,
that.
okay.
That's okay. Just keep going with your thought, Bill.
It's really important to be able to talk to them, be frank with them. As we said at the beginning, we have to be honest with them, and not feel like you have to hold back or be shy about an idea or a thought that you have, or something that didn't work out that you're like, okay, well, what can we do to change it? I think you really need to, if you get a feeling that this isn't the person that I can do that with, you need to move on.
There has to be a chemistry between
There has to be a
you and your
chemistry.
builder, right from the
Absolutely.
get-go.
Absolutely.
And trust. You know,
Yeah.
this is somebody you haven't known for very long when you start the project. And you've got to have trust in them the first day that they're there.
Yeah.
And that's not always easy, but Horizon really came through and made you feel that, made me feel the trust, and that they had our best interest at heart from day one. And that started when we walked into City Hall the first time.
And I think that was it right there. They had our best interest in mind, and I really do believe that Tim and everybody that works at Horizon definitely did.
Did you guys have some difficulties at the permitting process, or challenges, I'll say?
We had a few challenges, nothing major at that point. We had more of a difficult time with our landscape plan, and getting the city to sign off on it. And it was great having Horizon and their group of people working on it for us to get it through, because as everybody knows, at any municipality, you can go down there and you just pull your hair out. But we didn't have to do that so much. Horizon took care of it for us.
What's special about the landscape? I mean, it's beautiful, but
Yeah.
what is there anything specific that was a challenge for the city, or do you
Where do we
not want
start?
to get-
Yeah, I don't even
What
want to
was
get into
the
it, because
biggest
the
thing?
biggest problem was we wanted to get rid of a tree, and they wouldn't allow us to get rid of the tree. And well, okay, here's a perfect example, or another example is, you know, we have a hot tub outside our bedroom, and the municipality of Oak Bay has a bylaw that states every hot tub has to be under 45 decibels, or it doesn't meet code. Well, there isn't a hot tub manufactured in the world that is under 40
Under
decibels.
40, I thought it
There
was.
isn't one in the world that's a hot tub that's made that is under 45 decibels. So basically they're saying you can't have a hot tub. But Tim was outstanding. He was able to come up with a solution for us that made the city happy as well. And we have our hot tub, and everybody's happy now.
Yeah, you don't want to share what that solution was?
No. I don't think Tim wants me to share
All
what
right.
that solution
Well, that's
is.
probably smart then. Last question. What would you tell someone who is thinking about hiring Horizon, just contemplating it but not really sure?
Well, we've actually had some friends who were doing renovations, one of them, and another person who's doing a build, and they've asked us, you know, what did you think of your builder? And I have nothing but accolades for Tim and Horizon. The process of building the house there's lots of great parts of it, which I love, the designing part and picking out tile and all of that. But there's always some really difficult parts of the build too. And I think when we talk to these people, we let them know that, you know what, there's going to be some highs and lows here. And our experience with Horizon has been they're going to work through them with you and come out at the end of it where you're very happy.
I think for me, the simplest answer to that question is if we were to start building another house tomorrow, we would just go directly to Horizon. We wouldn't be talking with any other custom home builder.
No.
And you think other people would benefit from saving time?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I mean, life is busy. We're all busy. You can trust Horizon. They're going to build you a beautiful product, and you're going to be happy. And that's
the
everybody
bottom
wants.
line. Yeah. There's a lot of other options out there, but I wouldn't waste your time.
That's perfect timing.
I think that